Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Conversations, the podcast. I'm Kelly Mack, and it's ALS Awareness Month in the month of May. So today, Y Square, we have some very special guests to talk about ALS.
Yes, we do. I'm super excited to introduce our guest that's in the room tonight. Next to me is Mr. Louis Hall, along with his wife, Tammy Hall. And they are so special because Louis is actually living with ALS. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get into this discussion because I think it's something very important that needs to be discussed amongst our community.
Yes.
Tammy and Lou's story is very special, and she'll go into that because you can be misdiagnosed. There may be symptoms that you're having and you think it's something else. So I think this conversation is so real, and it's great that it's happening in May while ALS month is going on. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you. Tammy, I'm going to start with you first. You are a registered nurse.
I am.
But tell people about who you are, about ALS. First, what is ALS? I know it's Lou Gehrig's disease, but what is ALS?
Okay, ALS is referred to Lou Gehrig's disease. ALS is a neurodegenerative disease that affects the nerve system in the brain and in the spinal cord. Okay. So that was a lot. I know that was a lot. So basically what it affects someone's breathing, talking, walking, eating. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's basically what it is. So with Louis, it started out affected his speech.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and he's going to tell you his story and his journey with ALS. And so, you know, he can speak, but you just have to listen because it is a little delayed. But he will be the best person to tell you about his journey and to listen to him and, you know, and see what he has to go through in getting his communication across to others.
Okay.
Yes.
And before we get to Louis, how long have you two, because I know as a husband and a wife, you guys are battling this together.
Yes.
How long have you been battling this together?
I'm going to give you this. That way it's even closer.
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was diagnosed in 2020. But my first symptoms, which was a raspy voice, occurred in 2017.
Oh, wow. So you started first getting your symptoms and signs in 2017.
And
Am I understanding that correctly?
Correct.
And it was started with a raspy voice.
Yes.
Okay.
And it took 3 years to diagnose me.
Wow. 3 years to diagnose.
I think partly because that's the only symptom I had.
Wow.
But ALS eventually took my voice, and my employer made accommodations for me.
Oh, they made accommodations for you.
Excellent.
Thank God.
That is good, yes.
So what kind of accommodations did they make?
Well, my speaking role was reduced. I was a senior engineer.
Wow, senior engineer. My goodness.
But along with that comes quite a bit of talk.
Yes, yes.
Right.
But eventually I retired early because of ALS. But it hasn't been all bad.
Right.
Retirement had its
Okay.
Yes.
So you're retired, you're happy, you're feeling
yes.
good. He's
with
making
it.
the
Yes.
best of the circumstances,
Right,
of his circumstances.
right.
I love it. What a message.
But before ALS, was a runner.
Oh, okay.
That's the one thing I really miss.
Running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of that and speak. But all in all, I'm pretty lucky because so many people with ALS are in worse shape.
Right.
than
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going to speak to. The fact that you look amazing.
You do.
You know what I mean? If you didn't say anything, no one would have any
No,
clue.
they would
You
not.
are very sharp.
Yeah.
Even with your speaking and pushing through that.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. And I'm just so glad that you were willing to be on this podcast
Absolutely.
with us today.
Very vulnerable.
Yeah.
And transparent all at the same time. Thank you for
And,
that.
yeah, and to let people see you living with it.
Yes.
I keep saying that because I feel like so many times you get a diagnosis like
Yes.
this and you think it's the end.
Yes.
Or you think it's over and the depression or whatever sets in. But you and Tammy, and I want to speak about you as the caregiver, you have taken this on with stride. And it speaks a lot to you. What has this journey been like for you as a caregiver?
Well, Louis is a man with pride and dignity. And he is the type of husband that provides for his family. He is a father that if daughter needs a tire change or a picture hung, he's there. He's a grandfather that used to play with his grandkids and ball and all those things. So since ALS, he's not able to do those things. So it takes a toll on him, realizing that, for safety reasons, you can't hang a light bulb because his gait has been affected too a little bit.
Right,
He
right.
can't do the things that he likes doing, like jogging every other day 4 miles. So it's been a struggle with him with that because he still wants to be the man that he
Right.
already, and he is.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to see. It's hurtful to the family to see, but he's doing extremely well.
Exactly.
He's still walking, talking, eating, and speaking. And I thank God for that because I know it's no one but God.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I
definitely.
give him the praise.
Yeah.
So I knew it's, like I said, it's really difficult sometimes for him, but like you said, we're living with it. We're not letting it control our lives. We continue to think positive, and whatever comes our way, we don't let that stop us. We do what we need to do and keep moving.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, so
Definitely.
we just speak positive, and we keep traveling. We're going out to dinner. We're doing everything
Yeah.
as if we do not have ALS.
Right,
Yes.
right.
So, I am just grateful, for him as a man and how he's taking this on.
Yeah.
And I appreciate my family, how they're wrapping their arms around us as well. But again, I'm just blessed. We're just blessed for him to be sitting here.
Yes.
Because, 2 to 5 years, normally, or 2 to 3 years, sometimes a year, life expectancy.
Right.
But he has overcome that.
Calm that.
Yeah.
He's a walking miracle.
Yeah, definitely.
He is a walking miracle,
Yeah.
and I really thank God for that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But we're doing good.
Yeah, definitely. Now let's go back to I know you said that you were misdiagnosed quite a few times. You've been dealing with your signs and symptoms since 2017. They didn't diagnose you with ALS until 2020, about 4 years ago. What was the initial diagnosis, or what were they alluding to?
My initial diagnosis was gastric reflux.
Oh,
Gastric
wow.
reflux.
Like, so acid reflux, in other words.
Yes.
Wow.
And I went up to an ENT
Okay.
specialist.
Yeah, good old ENTs.
Yeah.
A long story short, I had to unnecessary throat surgery.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
they did not help. I am also a neurologist.
Yeah.
And the first one did not help.
Yeah.
But the second one begged it.
Yeah.
And I thank God for him. But I'm doing good.
Yeah, you are. You're very inspirational.
Got my
Yes, Superwoman.
And I can feel the love. I ain't gonna lie. It just generates.
And it's so awesome because you recently, look, the good black don't crack, as y'all see. But Tammy recently celebrated her 60th birthday.
Go ahead, Tammy. Happy birthday.
It was an extravaganza when I tell you, from ballerina dancers
Nice.
and live band and lights, action, camera, DJ.
Very nice.
It was phenomenal. And her and Louis at center stage, dancing, having a good time.
That's right.
I think a lot of that, because of, as a mindset coach, I talk to my clients about the state of the mind.
Exactly.
And I think that, along with the support from your family, has had a big help. And of course, the prayers from God and to God have had a big help on your attitude. Like your attitude, and especially for a black man, because our black men don't like to go to the doctor.
No.
And then what they do, if there's a problem, something wrong, they normally close in. They go in. They don't want no one in their business. I don't want to speak about it. Let me go about my way.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are in front, center, in the public's eye, such an advocate about this, your mental, how do you keep the mental, how do you keep your mindset right?
Well, I am pray a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. Prayer works.
Right.
It does.
I am stretch and exercise and meditate.
Okay.
Wow.
So what about your medication? What is your medical plan like? Are you taking meds every day? How much? And what kind of side effects are you getting from it?
Every day. I am take to ALS medication and side effects are minimal.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got, you know what? I know there's so much more too. This is a great show and episode, and there's so much more that I would love to dive into. But I know that there was some information you wanted to give out. If there's people who are living with ALS, there's research going on. They are every day, as you see. Louis is a walking testimony, so your story might not be the same as his, but you could do what? And we're going to provide these links in our description for you all. But give a little bit of information.
So in the black community, we're not seeing the statistics where I guess we would think they should be. We don't know if we're getting care early enough, or is it being delayed care? We don't know, but we know that it has to be more black people with ALS than what statistics are showing. So we're here. One of the reasons we're here is to make awareness in our community about ALS, because it's not a white man's disease or a white woman's disease. It's everyone's disease. And again, Lou Gehrig was diagnosed with it about 85 years ago, and we still don't have a cure, and we still have people saying, what is ALS? And that shouldn't be. So even though Louis' treatments was delayed, we thank God that he's still here, because a lot of times if your treatment are delayed, it's too late for treatment.
Right.
Because you have to get treatment in a certain amount of time for it to work.
Right.
So we're trying to make awareness in our community so that people can get diagnosed early, so they can take the medication to prolong. It's no cure for ALS, but you can prolong
On
it.
your life.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent.
So that's why we're here, and that's what we're trying to just reach out. Even a hoarseness, who would thought that we will be here with ALS?
See,
Something as
exactly.
simple as hoarseness. So, again, a year went by because we was thinking it was something throat. But, you need to keep being an advocate for yourself and keep going and not, accepting not an answer. We
Yeah.
need an answer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's an answer. So
Yeah. As we said before, the links are in the description below of what Tammy was just telling us about for the registration if you are living with ALS, so they can continue to do more research. So we want to get into more questions with you, Louis. I know, Kelly, you had some questions that you wanted to ask, right?
Absolutely. Earlier you mentioned that you were a runner. You used to run 4 miles every other day, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
I too am a runner, and I take a lot of pride in saying that I run 2 5Ks a week, which is only 3.12 miles. So, with you not running anymore, are you at least able to go walking, or like what are you doing to substitute that crave?
Well, I walk. I stretch a lot.
Okay.
Exercise.
Okay.
Drink a lot of water.
That's wonderful. Any special kind of water, like alkaline or anything like that?
No.
Or, okay, just regular good purified water.
Vitamin
Okay.
water, yeah.
vitamin water.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. But I'm gonna run once again.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Speak that into
Yes, you
existence.
are.
I will figure it out.
Yes, you
sure
will.
will.
Because
You sure will.
you made it thus far, and
Yes.
you have a strong mind, very
Yeah.
powerful, and I commend you for that. You're living more than a lot of folks out here that have, different advantages. So we'll just say that you're not getting trapped in your situation.
Yeah.
You're making the best of your situation, and I love it.
And you all do a walk, right? Don't you do an ALS
We
walk?
do an ALS walk every year. This year it's going to be, I think, the first Saturday in November.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
I'm there.
I am too. I
We
am
do
too.
fundraising and all of that,
Okay.
and so it's a big turnout for us, and we have a lot of support.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people turn out to support us. So,
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And I just know you guys were recently in Capitol Hill.
Ooh.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Tell us about that. You want to tell us, Louis? Or you?
Tammy and I were invited to be a part of the advocacy team.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I went out to DC and lobbied for money.
Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, were you able to speak? You were able to talk, and they would share your story.
We spoke with congressmen and women.
Yeah.
And I was able to share my journey, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And if what I said can help one person,
That's right.
Yeah.
If only one.
it would have been worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And I know you said you retired, but I don't know. I see, advocacy work. I see you being on billboards. I
Yes.
see commercials coming behind you. I see you on Tamron Hall. I see you on Sherry and on Jennifer Hudson.
You
sharing
better-
this story. Look, I'm gonna put it out there for you.
Speak it,
Sharing
baby.
this story because it's so important.
It is.
And I think that not only our community needs to see
Yes.
people like you both,
Yes.
not only with the situation of ALS, but how you're both coming together to
Right.
live with it.
Yeah.
And the mindset that you have. We're living in a really crazy time right now.
Yeah.
And so people's mindset, like Kelly mentioned earlier, they might not even be dealing with an ailment. They may be dealing with regular life.
Right.
But they're not even living.
Yes.
And so I think your story speaks volumes, not only to, the diagnosis. I won't even say disease because you living with it, baby,
Yeah.
But with the diagnosis that you have, I think it speaks volumes. And I think it speaks volumes to how we can support as a family, as a couple, as a unit, and how strong and important that is within the healing of anything, whether
Yeah.
you're going through, personal problems or through
Yeah.
some kind of diagnosis.
Definitely, definitely. Now, Tammy, earlier you said you all still love to travel. Where was the last place that you traveled?
Oh God, we've been to New Orleans.
Nice.
We
Good.
went to New York,
Good.
Destin,
Good.
Hilton Head.
Okay.
Good.
Where else we been? DC.
DC
Yeah.
recently, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are headed to Disney.
Oh, good for
Excellent.
June,
Excellent.
June 7th.
Okay.
We're headed to
Oh,
Disney
good.
with the
Right when school is
grandkids.
out.
Okay. Now, are you guys flying or driving on
We're
most of these
flying.
trips?
We're
Okay.
flying.
You're flying.
We're
Okay.
And they gonna drive.
And they gonna drive.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Yep, I love it. I know that's right.
Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
So what about eating? So I know. What about appetite? So you still have a good appetite,
Yes.
and is that something sometimes with ALS that's affected, or is it not?
With Louis, the only thing that's affecting his drinking, like thin liquids.
Okay.
Sometimes we do have to put thickening in it to keep him from going to the wrong on one side of the
Got it.
lungs
I
and
understand.
aspirating
Yes.
from pneumonia.
Okay.
So we do that. But as far as everything else,
He.
he's
good.
everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Walking
Okay.
testimony for
Yeah,
sure.
All day,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Now, I know you just celebrated 60 years, and Louis, how old are you?
I'm 63.
63. Okay.
I brought the cradle.
Yo, only got 3 years. Listen, I just found out yesterday. I was yesterday years old when I found out that my grandfather started courting my mother when he was 18 and she was 12 or 13. What? They were just talking, but yeah, we found some old history last night, and I was like, oh, so you didn't rob the cradle? Okay, now mind you, my grandparents back then,
Right.
19,
Yeah.
I was
you
gonna
know,
say back
40s,
then,
50s,
yeah. Because on my father's side, my mom, on my father's side, his grandmother had 25 children.
Uh-huh.
So
Whoa.
back then, and she started
Yeah.
at 13.
13,
Back
yeah.
then, that's fine.
That was normal back
yeah,
then. Yeah,
that's
nowadays,
a problem.
ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
P.
But
Diddy.
3 years, please.
Right.
My husband 4 years older than me.
Right.
He didn't rob no cradle.
Come on, right? You doing that now? You P. Diddy.
Right,
Love
yeah,
all of that. But this is awesome. Is there any more information? Is there anything else you want to share with the people before we wrap up? You've given so much insight, just sharing your story, people actually seeing you here and speaking. We are providing the links for people to find out more information and for them to register. During ALS month, is there a website or somewhere people can go if they want to donate to the research?
Yes, they can go to ALS United,
Okay.
and they can donate there.
Okay.
So that will be great because we do need more funding because you have a lot of people with ALS is an expensive disease.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you do have people that need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either with a wheelchair or hospital bed or walker or whatever, you have people that can't afford that.
Yeah.
So by giving a donation to ALS United, that will go towards people that cannot, that need the assistance.
Yeah.
Got it. And Louis, before we wrap, one thing that you can say to the people watching today, whether they're dealing with ALS or they have a loved one or any other ailment, what is the best word of advice or a word of encouragement that you can share today?
There's always hope.
Yes, it is.
And rely on people around you. I have my person
Yes.
a superwoman.
Yes.
But rely on people stay positive.
Stay positive.
I love it.
Miss
Stay
Audrey.
positive. Mind over matter.
Yes, mind over matter. That's
Exactly.
look. He said he dropped the mic on that. You know,
Period.
we can put a pin in that. We thank you all for joining us for this special edition of Unfiltered Conversations during ALS Month. Please like, please subscribe, please share.
Yes.
Tell someone to tell someone.
To tell someone to tell
To
someone.
tell someone to tell someone. And we will see you next Sunday, same time, same place.
See you later.